Hello, everyone. My name is Rakesh. I'm a co-founder and CTO at Kipi. Kipi is an elite Snowflake SI partner with 100% focus on Snowflake and the surrounding data ecosystem. We've successfully implemented hundreds of Snowflake projects across various domains and workloads, from data engineering to data science and building data products. We are a proud recipient of the Growth Partner of the Year award from Snowflake this year. With me today, I have Pete Millington from one of our long-standing customers, Scientific Financial Systems, which we fondly call SFS. We will talk about how Kipi and SFS have partnered together to develop one of their core products on Snowflake. Pete, great to have you here. Would you please introduce yourself?
Thanks, Rakesh. Hi, I'm Pete Millington. I'm the founder and CTO of Scientific Financial Systems. I have a 25-year background in investment fund management, and I previously served in roles at Fidelity Investments as portfolio manager, as well as director of quantitative research.
Thank you, Pete. Quantitative research has always been a fascinating topic for me because of the huge amounts of data that goes into it. Could you tell us more about Scientific Financial Systems? What inspired you to start the company?
Sure. Yes. Thanks, Rakesh. So we're an entrepreneurial team of quantitative investment practitioners and portfolio managers. We started FSS to advance the state of the art of investment technology. Many members of our team have working experience in the buy side and asset management. But as practitioners, we found existing products in the marketplace to be inflexible and non-transparent. For example, existing solutions often hold their users captive, and they do not allow them to work with data from different data vendors or even work with their own data as well. Other aspects of existing products just didn't provide, the additional cutting-edge new techniques for data science and machine learning and AI. So traditionally, what customers have had to do is actually build in-house customized solutions. But this approach is very costly and time-consuming, and it takes a lot of maintenance work as well. And as the industry has evolved and embraced data quantitative techniques, building proprietary in-house systems has become less of a competitive advantage. So ultimately, they're seeking a more flexible, off-the-shelf solution that helps them focus more on their value-added investment management decision-making processes.
Kipi has been working with you and your team on the flagship product at SFS. It's called Quotient for a while now, Pete. Can you explain to us what Quotient is?
Sure. Quotient is our flagship product here at Scientific Financial. It's based on the Snowflake platform. It brings data science to life in the application of data science in the context of financial investment decision making. So we actually have a number of different modules that assist our users with actually applying advanced analysis techniques, such as backtesting and forecasting, and the invocation of machine learning techniques as well. We also bring to bear a lot of factor libraries to help our customers bootstrap their research needs as well. So our product is data vendor agnostic. It actually works with data from a lot of different data vendors. It provides a lot of flexibility in terms of data sources all in one place. We reduce a lot of the overhead and the data management. We take a lot of the burden off our users in terms of bringing in data and actually managing the data. There's inherent security and capabilities that we leverage from the Snowflake platform. We've actually implemented a lot of times unique time series operations in Python. These are just a few of the things that we brought to bear in our product.
Great, Pete. So sounds like your primary target audience is investment managers and quants across different financial organizations, like a large investment management firm or a hedge fund or a startup or a boutique financial organization.
Yeah, so those are kind of the roles that we played in the past ourselves. So a lot of times when we sit across the table from customers and prospects, we know exactly the experiences and the challenges they're facing on a daily basis. We've developed Quotient specifically to address their needs, and we know exactly the problems that they're having problems with. So ultimately, these firms, they really do need to provide better capabilities so that all the investment they're making in their time and their skill sets can be leveraged properly.
So Pete, there might be other similar products in the market which may solve very similar problems to your customers. What makes Quotient unique and powerful, and what are some of the key differentiators?
Thanks, Rakesh. So there's a number of things that I'd love to share about Quotient today, and one is what we touched about earlier. Quotient offers an open data architecture which allows our users to work with data sets from many different vendors at the same time, as well as to bring in their own proprietary data. It's a very powerful concept. We also provide for implicit data caching and data validation, which means that we can deploy Quotient within a broader dynamic environment. And Quotient can play nicely and respond to all of the data updates that are happening around it. and provide automatic recalculations when necessary to respond to the latest data updates that a given customer is available to them. Another one of the benefits of Quotient is our intuitive front-end design. We have a data navigation panel, so you can drill down and see all the data categorically, and as well as apply content searches across a wide breadth of data. We also incorporate inline documentation from the data vendors, so our users can easily understand, the descriptions of the data they're working with. We provide a drag and drop analysis capability and a lot of user-friendly wizards to set up their different studies. It's very intuitive interaction. Click and build, is just part of our application design. We also have a lot of powerful data visualization and interaction capabilities. But one of the most exciting features is the transparency that we bring into the product. So ultimately, we responded to all the frustrations we heard of the existing products. Some of the other products in the marketplace don't provide for transparency or clarity on what calculations are happening under the covers. So with Quotient, we expose all of the Python and all the SQL queries that are being submitted during the various actions that users are taking with their application. So our users can actually see the code, and they can even lift the code and run their code in their own environment if they prefer. So there's basically a lot of automated, optimized workflow capabilities in Quotient. It's inherently a collaborative tool where users can actually create work and they can share their work with their colleagues. And we also have a lot of powerful data integration tools, which allows our customers to do their own customized integration of their own proprietary data. We also expose our Python interface, which allows for 3 different ways to work with Python, both within the application, within, say, our Factor Builder module, also Jupyter Notebook support, and then lastly, we have introduced in the marketplace this year our Python API, so users can actually use our tools with their own Python environment. But one of the most exciting features of Quotient relates to our underlying technology, which we call the Qubel, which was named from the fact that it provides quantitative motivation operations on SQL tables.
Amazing. With some great features, Pete. I know Qubel is a proprietary engine that is built on top of Python to be the foundation for Quotient. Is there anything you want to add more about Qubel?
Yeah, I'd love to share more. Thanks, Rakesh. So our Qubel ultimately represents a new paradigm in data science. Modern developers have adopted Python as a de facto standard language for the application of data science. Quantitative researchers write their logic and their models in Python. The problem is today that data is still managed within SQL tools. But that's not where the analysts actually write their logic. So the traditional process involves extracting the data out of SQL, bring it into a Python environment, and then running the calculations in memory, and then actually writing the results back into SQL. It's a very awkward process with a lot of bottlenecks and overheads, and also it introduces security concerns and suffers from memory-based limitations. So to solve that problem, we've actually created our Qubel, which is a major advancement in the concept of localized compute. Our Qubel idea takes the concept of snowpark data frames to the next level. We offer the functional paradigm that actually abstracts logic so that our users can actually focus on writing succinct algorithms. With Qubels, the data actually never leaves Snowflake, which is exciting, and the results are automatically persisted and available for sharing and subsequent inspection. In most cases, the Python directives of the logic are actually translated and executed as local SQL queries on the Snowflake platform. So the data actually never leaves Snowflake, and the users actually get the benefit of Snowflake's inherent warehouse flexibility, their security, and the burstability features of Snowflake. So our Quotient tools actually provide over 800 different methods and operations that our users can use in a creative manner to create their own algorithms. And all the queries that are submitted to Snowflake are rendered on the fly according to the details of the underlying tables. So this is a very powerful concept. We're very excited to bring it to the marketplace. We think it's a major advancement in data science technology.
That's very impressive, Pete. And even more impressive is that all of this is built on top of a modern tech stack like Snowflake and Sigma for your analytics. Now, at Kipi, we work with a few strategic Snowflake technical partners like Sigma, and we've seen great success with the combination of Snowflake and Sigma across many of our customers. And Kipi team has helped with migrating the Quotient application to Snowflake at SFS. Can you tell us what the motivation was to migrate to Snowflake from the legacy environment, and what were some of the challenges with the legacy setup, and how did Snowflake solve those challenges?
Yeah, thanks, Rakesh. So what we observed is that the financial industry is broadly adopting Snowflake as the background for data sharing and data delivery. So it was a natural interest of us. There's been a growing amount of vendor data that's been made available in Snowflake. It offers inherent data security and warehouse scalability. It allows users to take advantage of sophisticated architectures and co-locate computers, computations locally within the Snowflake system. Being like a cloud-based database, there's inherent scalability and multi-user capabilities. And ultimately, we're looking forward to taking advantage of a lot of the new features that Snowflake's been introducing, such as Snowpark Container Services, which is going to allow us to embed our entire application to run natively in Snowflake as a Snowflake native application on their marketplace. So there's a lot of things that Snowflakes are bringing to market, a lot of the technologies that we're able to leverage. It's a great partnership. It really solves a lot of the traditional problems that we were looking to address by just offering a more secure environment, a high performance environment for the application of our calculations and our Kubal capabilities.
Snowflake has been innovating at a very fast pace, Pete, because Kipi works so closely with Snowflake. We typically get access to many of their preview features to try out. A couple of features that you've mentioned, the native apps and container services on Snowpark, are two of my favorites so far. It completely makes sense in bringing the application close to where the data is sitting, and that is what Snowflake is doing with all of these new features coming in. Again, being a very Snowflake-centric partner, Pete, we have a team of certified Snowflake professionals, including the solution architects, data engineers, but we also support the end-to-end data ecosystem. With that, what we bring in is the DevOps expertise, QA expertise, and BI analysts, for example, for your analytics and advanced analytics. Can you talk a little bit about how Kipi has helped in the migration of the product or the application into Snowflake?
Yes. So ultimately, Kipi's been a very valued partner. We were very excited to be in attendance at this year's Snowflake Summit in Las Vegas when Kipi was awarded the 2023 Snowflake Partner of the Year. That was very exciting for us to be working with, a Partner of the Year. So Kipi provides excellent expertise in the Snowflake environment, and they have a lot of connections within the Snowflake organization. For example, the main reason that we started to work with Kipi was we reached out to Snowflake and said, hey, we'd like to tap into some expertise. Do you have any suggestions? And they said, Kipi.bi is actually a great fit for you. They are really experts in using Snowflake. And so that was the genesis of our working together with Kipi, and it's been a great relationship.
Pete, can you maybe tell me a little bit more about the overall experience with Kipi during the process? What kind of processes did Kipi bring in that were missing at SFS, and what kind of processes have really helped in the overall project and managing the project?
Yeah, so one of the many benefits has been that we actually utilize a very diverse tech stack here at Scientific Financial Systems. We work with a lot of different languages: Python, React, JavaScript, SQL, Jinja templating, and C++. We deploy with the Docker containers and images, and we use a lot of different frameworks like Django and Celery, and testing tools like PyTest and Selenium, and Postman, and DevOps tools as well like Sentry. And so there's just a lot of different technologies that we use, and it's been great. We've been able to tap into experts at Kipi to help in all those different areas. Another great example of that is actually something that, Rakesh, you mentioned earlier, which is the recent introduction of Sigma computing visualization inside of Quotient. We were very excited about this capability. It allows our customers to work in a very high-performance way, interact with data that in very large context of very large tables. When we actually implemented that project, we were able to ask Kipi, can they help us provide some expertise on working with Sigma computing? And it allowed us to actually implement that project in a timely manner. So that was actually very exciting, and something that we've done recently with Kipi's help. So it's been a great capability. We also use Kipi for a lot of different other activities. We needed to translate hundreds of SQL query templates from T-SQL language into SnowSQL, and Kipi was very helpful in that regard. We've developed out a very extensive set of testing capabilities here against our Quotient application, and Kipi's been instrumental in that as well. We've actually also been applying a lot of our machine learning techniques in the context of Snowflake and Snowpark, and we've been able to kind of use Kipi's expertise there as well. So there's just been a number of different areas where I think it's really been great, beneficial, to work with Kipi.
That's wonderful to hear. Thank you, Pete. I have a two-part question. Where is SFS right now in the rollout of Quotient on Snowflake and to the customers? And what does the roadmap look like in the future? Are there any plans to incorporate newer Snowflake features and any of the AI functionality that you're planning to bring into the application?
Yeah, great. Thanks, Rakesh. So there's a number of things going on here, and we're looking forward to the future here. And so we did release our Quotient for Snowflake on the Snowflake platform earlier this year. We actually added Sigma, as we mentioned, over the course of the summer. And we've actually been incorporating machine learning more recently. That's available now. And then we're also looking forward to the release of the Snowpark Container Services and our native app version, which is coming out, should be early next year. And we're very excited about that. So there's a lot of other analytics on our roadmap with respect to just doing more in natural language processing, AI techniques, for example. And there's a lot of interesting things we're doing with just allowing users to more quickly and more easily turn around and apply these advanced techniques in our Quotient product.
Would love to see all those features come to life very soon, Pete. How do you see Kipi and SFS working together in the future?
So I think it's been great that Kipi's provided a lot of expertise, but a lot of flexibility as well. Whenever we tackle a new project, we can tap into just the depth of their organization. We also have a great working relationship, and we actually speak with the Kipi team on a daily basis. We have daily stand-up calls with the broad Kipi team, and they've been really helpful in terms of not only doing the work, but helping us document and move forward all of the testing and necessary kind of development processes that go along with deploying an enterprise level application. So I think the future is bright with respect to all the things we're doing with Kipi today and we're going to be doing in the future. We continue to evolve like our needs, and Kipi's always been there and will continue to be there to help us at every step.
Pete, it has been a pleasure working with you and the entire SFS team. We look forward to continuing this partnership in the future and making Quotient on Snowflake a huge success. Before we close this out, any closing thoughts or comments?
Yeah, thanks, Rakesh. We're very excited to be working with Kipi. It's been a very valuable working relationship, and we look forward to the future of additional collaborative opportunities. We're also excited to bring Quotient to the marketplace, and on behalf of SFS, I appreciate the Kipi's efforts, as well as I invite everyone to look into the new Quotient product.
Pete, it was great chatting with you, and thank you so much for your time today.
Thanks, Rakesh. Thanks, everyone.